Let's talk about stubborn belly fat. For the average person, there's no such thing as stubborn belly fat. In all actuality, you're stubborn. Let me explain. First off, this is me in 2022. I know all too well what it's like to be under the misconception that stomach ain't gonna go anywhere. Is exactly what a bunch of naysayers and negative Nancy's around me used to say when I first started my fitness journey. Now I get countless direct messages and emails from people asking me, what did I do to get rid of my stomach, and letting me know that they can't get rid of their stubborn belly fat. From there, my first question to that person is usually, well, what did you have for breakfast, or what are you eating to get rid of your stubborn belly fat? It never fails that the person is pretty much like, well, I don't really like breakfast, or I'm not hungry. Again, your stomach, your belly fat is not stubborn. You are. When we think about toning and sculpting our body, we usually think about the gym, lifting weights. That's how we tone and sculpt and get all this definition, right? You get all that tonus and sculpt, building your body, muscle, whatever have you. That comes through nutrition. That comes through, how you eat. By the time most people contact me, they're 50 to 100 plus pounds overweight. So now we need to address the real problem. First, before we can think about toning and sculpting, building our body, getting, muscle and finding all those curves and, everything like that, we got to peel away at that layer of fat. And we can't do that starving, skipping breakfast and skipping meals. At the end of the day, all that a person truly needs to lose weight is to be in a calorie deficit. And you can starve your way to that. The results are probably going to be a mess, and you're not going to be able to sustain it for very long. Most people, whenever you think about losing weight, we want that banging body when all of that fat comes off, right? In order to do that, you got to feed your body to make it do what you want it to do. You can lift all the weights that you want, but if you're not fueling your body with protein and carbs and vegetables and the things that you need, and you're skipping meals, is counterproductive. All of this, I don't like breakfast, and I don't really like vegetables, or what's a good replacement for eggs or for chicken and for this and for that. Again, it's not, your belly fat is not stubborn. You are. The average person is truly just stubborn when it comes to wanting to do the things that's needed in order to get the results that they want. Two things that you don't play with, and we all know one for sure, that's people's money. But one thing that I have learned as a weight loss coach and a fitness influencer is people's food. You don't play with people's money, and you don't play with their food. When you start talking about their food, some of y'all go crazy, okay? It's like y'all want the results, but you don't want to do nothing. You don't want to make any sacrifices. I'll be like, coach, what about this or what about that? What can I find to replace this, or do I have to do that, or do I have to? At the end of the day, you don't have to do anything. I don't have some great big motivational speech for you, because I've said it before. There is nothing that I can say, or that anybody can say for that matter, to make you do something that you don't have to do. There is no such thing as the perfect diet. The best diet is the one that you'll stick to. Heavy on a calorie deficit, but a lot of y'all will ask me about intermittent fasting. I don't have anything against it. It's just not for me, and I've just come to the realization that it's not for most of you either. The type of diet that you do is going to require a lot of discipline. I have a stepdaughter that does intermittent fasting, and she looks fantastic, okay? But her discipline is off the charts, unlike, a lot of you. So when y'all ask me about intermittent fasting, it's just, I don't have, I'm not for it, I'm not against it, but I just find that for most people, it's not sustainable. And the long short of it, most of y'all can't hardly back away from the table anyway. So, it's just almost common sense. A lot of you intermittent fasting and a lot of these trending diets are just they're sexy, they're trending, and a lot of y'all just want to hop on it because it's, you know, it's the thing now. During the beginning of my journey, one of the biggest turnoffs for me with a lot of those quick fix diets was that I'm not saying that there aren't people out there. Like I said again, my stepdaughter is a great, the perfect example of someone that has obtained a outstanding physique doing the intermittent fasting and some of the other diets that people do. I think carnivore, things like that. Like I say, I'm not for them, I'm not against them. I just look at people that were able to sustain their results and that had outstanding physiques. Because one thing for sure is that, you know, losing 87 pounds, I lost 87 pounds of body fat. My biggest fear was loose, saggy skin, and just I just wanted to be able to sculpt and shape my body. I wanted to look fantastic once the weight came off. So again, the easiest way for me was just through a calorie deficit, not being stubborn, not being lazy, and forming new habits and just working them into my life, like breakfast, structure to my eating habits. Like now I'm making my lunch. This is 93% lean ground turkey with spinach and potatoes. So I guess you could call it like a spinach turkey bowl or whatever have you. So that's just me sharing. Basically, like I said, I took my waistline from 43 inches down to, it's measuring right at 28 now. So again, guys, there's honestly, this is a harsh reality, and a lot of y'all ain't gonna want to accept this, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate back, a lot of rude comments. But you know, your belly fat's not stubborn. You are. You know, get some structure to your eating habits. Find something that works for you. And to me, for most people, like I said, a calorie deficit is a way to go. To me, a calorie deficit is not a diet. It's truly a way of living. We all have a certain amount of calories that we should be eating every day. Once you're done eating in a calorie deficit, then you go back to maintenance calories, which just basically means you get to add extra calories, have extra food, but it's within your maintenance. Therefore, you're able to maintain your weight, okay? Maintain your results. So learning to become calorically aware of food is where it's at. So again, I hope that this video helped, and y'all let me know. Like, share, comment, follow.